Hi, and welcome to the virtual project update meeting for segments 8 and 9 of the Cross Charlotte Trail, the Tryon Street to Rocky River Road segment. My name is Scott Curry. I'm the Active Transportation Coordinator for the City of Charlotte and the city's planning manager for the Cross Charlotte Trail project. Today we'll be giving a brief overview of the Cross Charlotte Trail before jumping into segment 8 of the trail, Tryon Street to Orr Road, and segment 9, Orr Road to Rocky River Road. And we'll conclude with a brief conversation about some next steps and additional Cross Charlotte Trail news. To start our overview of the Cross Charlotte Trail and the Mecklenburg County Greenway System, I'm going to hand it over to Katie Lloyd, a senior planner with Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation.
Thanks, Scott. Mecklenburg County has been constructing greenway trails throughout the county since the 1970s. When we complete public surveys, paved walking and biking trails are typically the #1 requested amenity in our system, with natural surface trails being a close second. Our current Greenway Master Plan calls for 308 miles of these paved trails throughout the county, with an additional 200+ miles of overland connectors along streets. There are approximately 55 miles of Greenway Trail on the ground today. Due to the public demand, we are currently implementing an accelerated Greenway plan with a goal to build 30 new miles between 2019 and 2023. As I mentioned, we have about 55 miles of Greenway on the ground. We also have about 15 miles of access trails that connect these facilities to neighborhoods, commercial areas, and parks. In order to meet our 30-mile by 2023 goal, we are working on designing or constructing more than 40 miles of new trail. These projects often take a while to implement, particularly if there is real estate to acquire or if there are major physical barriers. Through partnerships with the City of Charlotte and surrounding towns, we can better meet the needs of the public by building more greenways faster. We are also in the process of updating our master plan to develop the vision and the priorities for the next decade of our park and recreation system, including our Greenway Master Plan. Please visit mecplaybook.com to learn more about our master plan effort, to complete online surveys, and to sign up for alerts about future public meetings. You can also visit parkandrec.com to learn more about our existing parks and greenways. Since greenways have been a consistent public demand, the city and county collaborated to develop the Cross Charlotte Trail. This plan capitalized on regional trail connections identified in the county's master plan, as well as the Carolina Thread Trail plan. The Cross Charlotte Trail network will eventually connect trails from South Carolina to Cabarrus County via the Little Sugar Creek Greenway, Toby Creek Greenway, and portions of Mallard Creek Greenway. This regional trail not only serves as a significant recreation amenity, but also as a means for active transportation to connect residents and visitors to parks, jobs, shopping, and entertainment within the county. Scott will provide some more details about the Cross Charlotte Trail.
The city and county partnered to prepare a master plan for the entire Cross Charlotte Trail alignment, covering segments from the South Carolina state line all the way to Cabarrus County. Extensive alignment analysis and public outreach was conducted to determine the likely best path for the trail. That master plan was finished in 2016 and is available at charlottefuture.com/XCLT. The Cross Charlotte Trail is a 26-mile north-south greenway within the city of Charlotte. There are 5 additional miles outside the city limits, which brings the total alignment to over 30 miles. At both ends, the Cross Charlotte Trail ties into the Carolina Thread Trail, which is a regional greenway system covering 15 counties in North and South Carolina. The Cross Charlotte Trail is a key piece within that much larger vision, which includes over 1,600 miles of planned trails. The Cross Charlotte Trail will connect to key greenway systems throughout the city. In the north, Cross Charlotte Trail ties into the 9.9-mile Clarks Creek and Mallard Creek Greenway system. In Center City, the trail will connect to the city's Uptown Cycle Link system, which will carry trail users into and across Uptown Charlotte and connect to the Irwin Creek and Stewart Creek Greenway system. In the south, the city recently completed the South Charlotte Connector segment of the Cross Charlotte Trail. That 3/4-mile segment connects a future county segment of trail to the 5.8-mile McAlpine-McMullen 4-mile Creek Greenway system. In addition to those key trail connections, There are currently about a dozen other places along the alignment where the Cross Charlotte Trail ties into other east-west bike network. These are various types of bike lanes and signed bike routes that carry cyclists to and from the Cross Charlotte Trail. We are currently in the design phase for segments 8 and 9 of the Cross Charlotte Trail, which stretch from the Tryon Street to Rocky River Road, where the trail connects to the existing Toby Creek Greenway. These segments total 3.24 miles of mainline trail, not including the additional mileage that will be added through neighborhood connectors. This portion of the Cross Charlotte Trail will support connections to key destinations, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School, the Hidden Valley, Newell, Autumnwood, and other neighborhoods, the Sugar Creek Asian Corner Mall area, Sugar Creek Blue Line Station, UNC Charlotte, and Toby Creek Greenway. With that, I will hand it back over to Katie to talk about segment 8 of the trail from North Tryon Street to Orr Road.
This segment of Future Trail stretches a little less than 1.5 miles from North Tryon Street to Orr Road. The trail will be paved in asphalt or concrete, and the typical dimensions vary in response to the surrounding neighborhood conditions. The map on this slide illustrates the overall trail alignment through the Hidden Valley neighborhood. This trail starts at the existing pedestrian beacon crossing of Tryon Street between Dorton Place and Mellow Drive. From there, the trail continues on a 12-foot pathway along Mellow Drive. Then the trail extends through the neighborhood on a 16-foot off-street trail through some wooded properties to the intersection of Hillsborough Avenue and Bennett Street. Along Hillsborough, the trail will be a bike boulevard configuration, meaning pedestrians will have a sidewalk and cyclists will have the opportunity to ride in the low-speed, low-volume residential street. Pavement markings on the street and wayfinding signage will ensure the trail route is intuitive and easy to follow. East of the intersection of Hillsborough Avenue and Lambeth Street, the trail will once again extend on a 16-foot off-street trail through wooded properties and directly past Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School. A little further to the east, neighborhood connector trails will connect pedestrians and cyclists to the school campus and streets within the Hidden Valley neighborhood. The trail will once again transition to a sidewalk and bike boulevard treatment along Dawn Circle before turning onto a multi-use path along Orr Road, where it will connect to segment 9 of the Cross Charlotte Trail. The next few slides show the different type of trail configurations within this stretch of the Cross Charlotte Trail. This is what the trail will look like when it runs along the street, like along Mellow Drive. This next image is what the trail will look like in off-street sections between blocks. This is what a bike boulevard trail configuration looks like. Here, pedestrians will have a sidewalk and cyclists will have the opportunity to ride in a low-speed, low-volume residential street. Pavement markings on the street and wayfinding signage will ensure the trail route is intuitive and easy to follow. There is an existing segment of the Cross Charlotte Trail south of Freedom Park on Jamestown Drive and Irby Drive, which functions in the same manner. Finally, neighborhood connected trails will provide access from the school and nearby neighborhood streets to the main Cross Charlotte Trail alignment. With that, I'll turn it back over to Scott to walk you through the next segment, segment 9 of the Cross Charlotte Trail.
Segment 9 of the Cross Charlotte Trail picks up where segment 8 ends at Orr Road. The map on this slide illustrates the overall alignment for the 1.81 mile segment extending east to Toby Creek Greenway at the intersection of Rockland Drive and Autumnwood Lane. The trail will start on segment 9 as a multi-use path running along Orr Road. It will cross to the other side of Orr Road using some type of flashing beacon or pedestrian beacon to provide an extra warning to drivers. About a quarter mile southeast of Tryon Street, the trail turns off Orr Road into some wooded property at the headwaters of Toby Creek. From there, the trail continues along Toby Creek between the Newell and Autumnwood neighborhoods. 5 planned connector trails will provide access from neighborhood streets on both sides of Toby Creek. Along the alignment, multiple creek crossings will be necessary to get to the end of the project at the intersection of Rockland Drive and Autumnwood Lane. At the intersection of Rockland and Autumnwood, the project will tie into a multi-use path project that is currently under construction. That project is shown in blue on this map, and it connects to the existing Toby Creek Greenway, which extends up into the UNC Charlotte campus. Other capital improvements in this area include a project that will install a multi-use path on Rocky River Road from Rockland Drive to Tryon Street. The next slide shows the different types of trail configurations within this stretch of the Cross Charlotte Trail. The image at the top left illustrates the typical trail dimensions with a multi-use path along Orr Road. Most of segment 9 of the Cross Charlotte Trail will look like the images at the bottom and at the right, a more typical greenway configuration, 12 feet in width, running along Toby Creek. Our estimated schedule is to finish design in late 2020 to early 2021. That will allow us to advance into the real estate acquisition phase and move towards construction. We have some additional Cross Charlotte Trail news to share with you. The South Charlotte Connector portion of the Cross Charlotte Trail is now open. That is a 3/4 mile segment connecting McCullen, McAlpine, and 4 Mile Creek Greenway system to the Carolina Place area at Park Road. From there, it will connect to a county project that takes the trail to the mainline Cross Charlotte Trail alignment. That project was finished ahead of schedule and under budget. Some additional Cross Charlotte Trail segments are working their way towards completion. The Brandywine Road to Tyvola Road segment is currently under construction. That's a key 1.5 mile segment extending from the Park Road Shopping Center area to the existing greenway at Tyvola Road. The expected completion for that portion of trail is by the end of 2021. The 7th to 10th segment of the Cross Charlotte Trail is also expected to be under construction this fall. That's a key 1/2 mile stretch of Cross Charlotte Trail across the interchange between I-277 and Independence Boulevard. That segment is also expected to be completed by the end of 2021. So now that you've heard more about the Tryon Street to Rocky River Road segments of the Cross Charlotte Trail, we want to hear more from you. There's a feedback survey available on our Cross Charlotte Trail website. You can stay up to date with these segments of the Cross Charlotte Trail and others by visiting the website at charlottefuture.com/XCLT. You can also text XCLT to 73224 to subscribe to mobile updates for the Cross Charlotte Trail project. If you have any specific questions, you can reach out to our project managers for each segment. Their contact information is listed on this slide. Segment 8 from Tryon Street to Orr Road, and Segment 9 from Orr Road to Rocky River Road. Thanks so much for listening. We hope to see you out on the trail soon.